So this is a heat of the Junior Women's Quad Sculls Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. We're looking at Headington School and Putney High School. So Headington School on the left of the picture, Putney High School on the right. Away they go, the sound of a train leaving the station as both of these quads get underway.
Yeah, good starts here by both crews. Headington being coached by Ryan Domain. This is his 10th anniversary coaching there, and we've just built a brand new boathouse. So they'll be looking to celebrate this regatta here. And here Putney High, with the new director of rowing taking over, Paul Reedy. He used to coach the British team and coached our lightweight women's double scull to win a gold medal in 2012. So really, the school is really promoting the rowing a lot.
So two schools that are really investing rowing, one with bricks and mortar, the other with world-class coaching. Well, not to say that the coaching isn't world-class at both schools, but it's great to see the investment going into women's sport, and we hope that we'll see athletes like these in the British team and competing in the World Championships and Olympics in years to come.
Yeah, and we know this Putney High School crew is going to be tenacious. I remember they just lost a final of women's Henley last year in the J16 Cox Fours, and it was like about 3 or 4 feet for about 800 meters, and they never rolled over. So this race is going to go all the way to the line. And
we are just through the halfway mark, and it's, well, as so often in this this race, the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup, it's a really hard-fought race, really close, good rowing for both. It's really hard to call the difference between the crews in terms of their technical prowess and in terms of the boat speed. It's going to be a humdinger here.
I think they're both sculling well, and their basic boat pace is basically the same, isn't it?
What a fascinating race. So you've got halfway down the track, getting through that third quarter, which is often the most tiring quarter. The legs are burning, the lungs are bursting. You've got to keep your heads and keep cool, and that's exactly what both crews are doing. There's absolutely nothing in it.
And you can't get distracted by the other crew at this point. You need to focus on what you're supposed to be doing, what you've been coached to do, and execute your strokes the best. And that way you're going to get the most boat speed. There's no point worrying about them and getting drawn into what they're doing.
So looks like, well, maybe a little bit of an edge starting to creep in now from Putney, looking like they're getting their noses in front. And as you do that, there's a bit of a feeling of excitement in the boat, isn't there? There's often a sense of rising confidence, and you can see they're sort of putting the stroke rate up now and really attacking. They're moving, so they really want to consolidate that move now.
Yeah, they really are. But this is the point when you're in the Headington crew, where you, like you said, they're gaining the confidence of Putney for doing this. Headington, you have to break that confidence by returning the tack and getting yourself back on terms. No matter how expensive it is, you have to do that.
Yeah, and in a boat without a cox, if you start to have the opposition sort of disappear from the corner of your eye, you don't want to be turning your head round, because that disrupts the boat and disrupts your ability to pull. But equally, if they're no longer able to see the other crew, it makes it quite challenging from a psychological point of view.
It really does here. But Putney, you can just see the way their acceleration goes through the middle of the stroke there, through the middle. That's what's giving them a little bit more impetus off the finish. The Headington crew, not quite as much acceleration through the finish. The Headington crew's girls who rode in the second eight, they made the A final of the first eights and came 7th overall in national schools.
Great form and really mature rowing as well. I mean, beautiful straight steering for both of these quads, beautiful synchronized rowing even as the pressure really comes on, and it looks like Headington have moved back into contention, so that was a really good move by them. As you said, really mature heads. They've responded exactly as you challenged them to do, Adrian, and exactly as Putney didn't want them to do. So now Putney have to consider where they are in the race and are they going to be able to respond to that. So both of them having to dial
Headington,
up.
when they were in the 8, they were the 7th fastest 8. The Putney High School girls were the 7th fastest quad. So they're about the right sort of standard of national schools, and this is showing exactly the same thing here. Who is tough enough to keep rowing well and keep their length now?
So keeping the heads in the boat, Honor Paris, Lucinda Cara, Emily Peel, and in the stroke seat, Habdank Toksia, 17 years old, all 4 of these women from Headington School. Their maturity now is being tested as we come into the closing straight.
So when do you start to sprint?
Yeah, exactly. Well, are they already doing that? I mean, how early do you want to go in this race?
Yeah, exactly. You can pull harder and harder and maybe keep the stroke rate the same, but at some point you're going to have to take a few shorter strokes and take the stroke rate up and go. Headington seem to have gone first on the right-hand side and have maybe a slight advantage.
Well, you can see spectators rushing to watch this race as they hear the voices of the crowd go up, and Putney responding to Headington. It's anybody's race. Who can get the most strokes in before the line? Looks like Headington are marginally ahead, but here come Putney.
This is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. Both crews just need to put their head down and go.
Headington School on the right, Putney High School on the left. It's anybody's race. Here come Headington towards the line. I think they may have broken through.
Wow, what a race.
So, wow, Headington take it. Really, really tough race. Putney led from the start, but then Headington broke through in that third quarter of the race. Exhausting race. Absolutely delighted though, for Headington, as we see Leah Dardis-Green congratulating her crewmates, and devastation for Putney High School after such an amazing start. So Headington take the win and go through to fight another day.